This one might be it. 8.
So you guys might know that have been following along, we are starting to lose 4 to 5 different chickens from predators hitting us here on our small farm. We think we may have caught the predator. We caught a raccoon outside the coop in a live trap one night. Hopefully we don't have to worry about losing any more chickens up to this point. But the good news is here on our homestead, we got more chickens. And they're inside this coop right now, but we're not gonna let these chickens out of here just yet, because the first thing we wanna do is we wanna talk about this coop that they are inside and show you guys a lot of these good features, because many of you guys might know that we have already 2 different kind of chicken coops as it is. We have one main coop that was kind of like an Amish made, really big, nice wooden coop. We have a hoop coop style here. And now we have, this is kind of like the pre-made chicken coops, which we want to tell you guys that these are just fine, especially when you're starting off. And even if you're not, I mean, we've been doing this now for a while. We just got one of these from Adavan, and I want to explain to you guys some of these features, and then we're going to release the chickens for you guys to see. So guess the breed that you think we got now down below, and let's start talking about this coop. The very first thing I want to say is I actually like the coop, the design a lot. Sometimes I feel like these look really cheap. Sometimes I think they're just not the nicest looking things to look at. But this one I find actually I do like the look of it. And a positive thing is that it was actually really easy to get together. Melina here was out with me while we did this. We put this thing together probably in just over an hour, so it didn't take too long. The instructions were very well thought out, made it very easy to follow through. Put all this now together to a point where you will have a coop up and running, I'm guessing, in at least under 2 hours if you're doing this and you haven't put things like this together before. But if you have, you're probably just like us, you'll have this done fairly quick. So if you need to get this done because you have chickens ready to move outside, you can get it done easily in the first day. So let's go over all these great features. First, Melina's gonna tell you her favorite, because these actually are her chickens. So if that gives you any kind of hint of what kind of chickens you think are in there, go ahead, comment those below. All right, Melina, what's your favorite?
My favorite is that this nesting box is waterproof, but also it's very easy to, it's heavy to lift, so our predators will have a hard time lifting it to get inside through this way. But it's really hard to close. You have to like bang it to close it. So it's not that easy to close.
Yeah. So Melina would be able to open this all herself, and then it stays locked open if you let go. So now you can reach in and grab any of the eggs that you want. Then you put your hand up here, you pop it a little bit, and slowly bring it back down. And then you have your eggs, but these guys aren't ready to lay eggs just yet. Another cool thing, and Melina was kind of trying to explain this, is they added this little plastic right here to make sure that when it rains, that no rain is gonna get inside the coop through this little crack that you guys probably can't see back here. So this is a nice thing that they do to kind of make sure that it is full waterproof. They did the same thing with the roof where they add this little piece up here. So any kind of gaps you're not gonna really have throughout here. So making sure that there's no rain and it doesn't get wet in there, which is definitely a super positive to all this. The second thing I like about it is for ventilation purposes here. They have a little slide door that you can slide, close it up. So if you want no ventilation for the coop at a certain time, or if you want to make sure there is, especially during the summer when it's hot, open this up. Now ventilation will come nice and in throughout it. So this is a nice little thing. They actually have these, I think, on both sides, or maybe
they do.
The other side might not be a sliding. Nope. So sliding also. So you can add lots of ventilation to this coop, which is definitely a plus to it. One other feature, as you can see, as I said, there's an attached run, which will show you the chickens inside it in just 1 second. But it actually has wheels here on the very back of this thing, right here. So that you can pick it up and lift it and move it if you need, which a movable coop is such a positive to have, especially if you plan on keeping them just in a closed in. These guys are just young. That's the only reason that we have this right now going. As you can see, we have no grass left in where you see all nice grass, no grass. So it is time to move them. And here for the video, it's perfect time to show you guys how easy it is to move this.
Here, little chickie.
So I do wish it was a little bit easier to move, but the fact that it has wheels and the fact that you can move it, it's a plus. So even if it is a little bit of a struggle to move, you got to lift it up really high in order to get these wheels to actually have some traction against the ground. But the fact now, as you can see, this is where they were at, completely gone. And that's what chickens are going to do, unfortunately. Now, they are going to be under fresh green. And as we get into more of these features that we want to tell you guys, I think it's time to release these chickens at this point. So here we go. Whatever you guys guessed, we'll see if you're right. Check your comments. Put your last time to guess what is our special hidden chickens inside this coop.
There we go. Rooster first.
Jeez, baby. All right. Did you guys guess right? Melina, what do we have?
Silkies.
We got Silkies, which Melina has been super excited and really wanted. We decided this was the perfect opportunity for her to have her own flock. Since we do a lot of the work with these ones, although they do help out with us, we wanted her to have some responsibility on her own to be able to take care of a few of her own. So we got a lot of mix of different kind of Silkies. We'll try to get some of them out. This is just one of the white Silkies, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And we have some blue Silkies. We have some blue splash Silkies in there. We have some buff Silkies, which those are Melina's favorites.
Yeah.
And we actually have one more breed in here. Let's go get one of them so you guys can see. There's actually 2 breeds of chickens. And to go with the Silkies, we have
Polish?
2 of the little Polish guys. I actually don't even know their full name. Polish probably something. But the ones with the crazy flippy hair. Do you know what the name of this one is?
You know, I do not, but I know we have another one that's black and white, and she named that one Oreo.
So the black and white one is Oreo. We don't have a name for this one just yet, but I'm sure Chelsea already does or is about to. 2 Polish guys, and I think we have about 8 Silkies in here. I think there's 10 chickens, which for Silkies, this will probably fit them just okay. But we're also planning that some of these are end up going to be roosters, that we will not end up keeping that many roosters. So it should end up being pretty roomy in here for all the chickens. The attached run and them being able to be in there and secure is obviously a really nice feature. Especially the fact that they come with this little kind of like cover for it so that during rain, they're still safe to kind of be outside a little bit more and not have to worry about getting drenched and just wet in rain. And as I said before, if you are somebody who doesn't want your chickens out in a big free ranging type kind of area, this allows you to keep them contained, but it also has gates everywhere. So like this side opens up right here. Then it opens up over here. It opens up over here. It opens up here. So lots of spots that you could just open up if you want them to free range and then work their way back into there, which is making it nice for anyone that's thinking about that. So guys, these guys just do this all the time. What do you guys want? Why are you guys up on the hoop coop? Come on, get down. It's hard to clean poop up off the top, which they do all the time because they like to just be up there. The next feature I want to show you guys on this is how to rechange the bedding. So how you want to make sure that you get fresh bedding in there. It's really easy. So let me show you on this side here. There's a little tab right here. And then what you can do is just slide this out just like this. And this has all your old bedding, which actually we could probably just put right behind me right here. And we're gonna actually put it in this little pool, and this can kind of be a thing for them to kind of play around it and compost in as soon as we get them out of here. So let's do that. You gotta go underneath it though.
I am. That's everything.
Basically just all clean just like that. We're gonna slide it right back in, move that tab down, and put some new bedding in. That side?
Yeah.
Like where it goes all the way through. That pull-out tray you can do from either side of the coop. We'll move back to this side of the coop because this is where you can open up and kind of get to that section in order to put the new bedding in. It opens up nice and big, as you can see. So a lot of space to really get in there. We're gonna open up this bedding now and let's fill it up. And just like that, it can be as easy as moving your coop to a fresh piece of grass, changing out and having a fresh thing of bedding. Really easy, really convenient. It's nice and simple. And as I said, the build was super simple for us just to kind of even put together. It's a very convenient and it's fairly on the cheaper side I believe this one was around $300. I am gonna put a link in the description below with a discount code for you guys for anyone who wants to possibly get one of these for their chickens. Like I said, it's a perfect starting coop for anyone who's just starting out with chickens. You wanna be careful. Sometimes these things will say things like 10 chickens or 12 chickens. And then when you buy it and you see how big it is, because these are silky chickens and they're gonna be a little smaller, we're gonna be able to probably fit about 10 if these were all ended up being hens. But also, they're gonna only be sleeping in that spot, and eventually they will be free ranging on all this grass around here. We're just waiting for them to just get a tad bigger, which they are almost basically there at this point. So once again, this will be in the description. I'll also pin a comment at the very top for you guys, for anyone who's looking into getting one of these chicken coops. Melina, would you give it 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up? What do you think?
I think it's a 5-star.
5-star. Forget the thumbs. We're going 5-star for this chicken coop here. I did not think when we first started this and having chickens, I imagined that maybe we would have a big thing of chickens and maybe we might get like 30, 40 chickens. But I imagined that they would all be basically the same flock. I'd never imagined us to have a huge chicken coop and run there for the main flock, to have this nice little hoop coop here for these splash morans, and now back there having one of those pre-made kind of fabricated coops for that silky and Polish flock. But I am happy to have it. You know, this is what it involves when you're homesteading. And you can see I have a little bit of sweat because, guys, it is like been the high 80s lately. It has been hot. Summer is kicking. And you know what it involves? Your house, your family, some gardening, and some chickens. And then maybe even you might add some pigs and goats and get it all done, because homesteading can be an addicting lifestyle, but we also are making sure that we are focused on what truly matters here, and that homesteading doesn't become our goal and our idol and what we look up to and the only thing that we want to do. You know, maybe sometimes we want to just have fun and balance things on our head like this. But we want to make sure that we still know the reason why we started homesteading. And that wasn't to have as many chickens as possible. That wasn't to have a big as garden as possible. But instead it was to know where our food was coming from, to build family values, to be out here with these ones, allow them to have responsibility, to have their own chickens or their own garden, which we're going to go over in a second later in another video. But things like gardens and chickens and greenhouses that we built here, and we're starting more plants. It's nice, but we can't let it take over our lives. It can be a part of it, but not the main thing. So as much as I do love this, it's not something that I say like, oh, like this is what everyone should be looking to their family and putting that first before anything else. Because when you try to make something else like, oh, this is what we need to do, you start to put that first, and that is not a good recipe for what you want to do in your life. But it's okay, we still like you guys, all right? We're still friends with you chickens. Some of you guys are a little too mean. That's all we got to say for you guys today, so have a great day.
See you tomorrow.
And see you tomorrow. God bless everybody, and have a better tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right, we'll get there.